Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the round 15 or my round 15 tips. This is going to be another relatively boring round just because there are only the 6 games of football this week. We've got buys for Adelaide, for Collingwood, for the Dogs, for Hawthorn, for St Kilda and for my club, the Richmond Tigers. A much needed buy for the Crows, a much needed buy for Richmond, the Pies and the Dogs to get their injuries under control. Hawthorn probably comes at a really bad time for them. And for St Kilda, it doesn't really matter. Starting off on Friday night, now obviously no more Thursday night games, which is unfortunate. But Friday night we have got the Carlton Football Club taking on the Geelong Football Club at the MCG. Form's really interesting here. You've got two opposite ends of the spectrum. Give us 1 second as I get the form ladder up. So Carlton have won their last 3 games in a row. Geelong have lost like 5 out of their last 6 games, which is not amazing to say the very least. But you've got 6th place versus 2nd. I'm leaning towards Carlton for obvious reasons. I think Geelong match up pretty well, but you would think the tools of Carlton are too overwhelming. The midfield of Carlton's probably too overwhelming. And I'm tempted to go with a Carlton victory by a pretty cruisy 15 points. I do see a world where they might not win. But I think Geelong aren't a top 4 team. So that's why I'm sort of leaning towards Carlton. I might see a world where Geelong get a win, but it's at the G, you just favour Carlton. Now, we've got in my opinion, a top 4 battle. I don't think either of these teams will make the top 4, but it will be, one of them could, if not, maybe even both. Brisbane in 13th. Now, it sounds stupid to say they could, but if they win this game, they will jump into the top 8. Brisbane put Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. So, once again, the form ladder is an interesting one. Port Adelaide have been sort of off recently, lost the last 2 games. Before that, they were on fire. Brisbane, conversely, are playing really good football. It's a hard one. It's a really hard one. I think I'm more inclined to feel like Port Adelaide will win just because it's at home. But I just think Brisbane, with the form they're in, I feel like they're going to get a victory that just proves that they're the real deal. So I'm going to go with the Brisbane Lions here. It's interesting. I'll be interested to see who are the favourites. Port Adelaide are just the favourites, but it will be an interesting state of affairs. I think Port Adelaide could well and truly win this game super easily, but I am going to go with Brisbane for an upset win. I like going for at least 2 upsets, 3 even in a round. So we're going to go for that game. In fact, all of these first 3 games are phenomenal games. The third one's Saturday afternoon. We've got Battle of the Bridge, the Giants at home taking on the Sydney Swans. This has to be the Swans' first loss in a while, surely. I predicted the last 2 weeks they're going to lose. I said Geelong will beat them. I said Adelaide will beat them. Neither Geelong or Adelaide beat. I think the Giants at home will get revenge. Obviously, earlier on the season, the Swans won that game. I think it's now the Giants' turn. And they should be favourites, and they aren't favourites. The Swans are heavy favourites. I'm quite surprised by that. I'm still going to go with the upset. The Giants win. I think they match up well against the Swans. No Sam Taylor. Oh, fuck. Hang the fuck on. Sam Taylor is out indefinitely, with a ruptured testicle. Oh, that changes things. Joel Amarty's just kicked 9 goals. He is on fire. Oh. Fuck. Big fuck. Oh. Nah, you know what? I'm backing in the Giants. Even though Sam Taylor's injured, I'm going to go with an upset to the Giants there. Let's go with a 2-point victory. Melbourne take on North Melbourne at the MCG. Melbourne will be needing a much-needed victory here. And I think they will be getting it. If they do lose this game, all hell breaks loose. But I feel like North Melbourne, although they played great against the Pies, with the young team they are, it's going to be on and off. as it has been all season. And I think even though they're in decent form right now, you would think Melbourne just have to claw a win. At home, you know, they're well and truly outside the 8 with a poor percentage. If there's any game Melbourne want to get a percentage booster, it's this one. You know, with a percentage of 100.1, that's not good enough. Now, not only do they need the win, they need a decent percentage boost. So this should be a game they're looking to dominate. I don't think they'll dominate. I only think they'll win by around 20 points. I think it'll be close, but at the end, Melbourne will be too good. But I do see North Melbourne putting up a fantastic fight. And I would love North Melbourne to win because Melbourne are boring to watch. And I like favouring teams that are fun to watch, which is why I know Melbourne, St Kilda, teams like that to ever win because they're just boring to watch. Let's move swiftly on from that to Essendon, West Coast at Marvel Stadium. Essendon win this game. They beat West Coast in the reverse fixture early on in the year. They're going to beat West Coast again at home. I think West Coast are in a pretty poor slump of form right now. And the Dons, when they win this game, they will jump back over Collingwood, given they have the bye, and they will cement themselves potentially, if Carlton lose, they'll be in second place. But you would think if Carlton win, they end the ladder in third place with a victory. If they are to lose the game, and any of the Giants, Geelong, Port Adelaide, or Fremantle win, they'll jump below those teams, although some of them have the bye. Actually, none of those teams had the bye. Let's go with Essendon win by around 50, 60 points. I think it'll be really comfortable. And Essendon are in good form despite the recent losses. Don't get it twisted. Lastly, we have got Fremantle taking on Gold Coast. This is a really hard game to predict. The odds say, not that I'm a betting man, but Fremantle are favourites, but it's a hard one. The form right now is quite interesting. Gold Coast have been in okay form, but they've lost 2 of the last 3. Not amazing. 3 of the last 5 they've won. So, okay form. Fremantle, conversely, it's been weird. They've won 2 out of their last 5. 2 draws, 2 losses, 2 wins, and 1 draw, in the last 5 games. Obviously, they've had dominant wins against Melbourne, nearly 100 points. Got dominated by the Dogs. So teams around them, and Gold Coast is around them, this is 8th versus 10th, they either seem to dominate or get dominated by, teams around them. The Dogs are in 9th, Melbourne are in 11th, Gold Coast are in 10th. So Freo are a hard one to predict right now. They're a hard one. I feel like Gold Coast are sort of hard to predict as well for reasons that, they're still a young team finding their feet. We don't know what weeks they turn up, find the system best. I think that Fremantle should win this game, given it's at home, given that Gold Coast aren't amazing away from home, given that, both teams, I believe, no. Both teams, no, one of these teams are coming off the bye. In fact, let me look this up really quick, because it is important to know who's coming off the bye. Gold Coast are actually coming off the bye. Does that change things? Can Gold Coast win? Are Fremantle that good? I'm going to go with the Gold Coast victory. Away from home. I don't know. I just look at Gold Coast and I think, sorry if I keep sniffling, I'm sick. Illness going around. I'm going to go with the Gold Coast win. I just feel like match, team for team, they're going to win. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? I think Fremantle is shit anyway. That's the ladder. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. See you in another one.